Hey everyone, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I hope you had a great time celebrating Christ's birth and family traditions, whether it was with your immediate family and things look different this year, or you got to have all the good old traditions you've had with your aunts and uncles and cousins and whoever you do Christmas with. Now clearly this morning looks a little bit different, and it kind of might remind you of early quarantine where we did everything online. But it's going to be a little bit different. We're not going to have Zoom or small group meetings or anything. But this Sunday and next, we're just going to go over a little devotion, just something to listen to throughout the week or after the main service when you watch it with your family. So that being said, this morning, I want us to talk a little bit about the idea of victory. For the past 4 to 5 weeks, we've been talking about the season of Advent and how Advent is a season of awaiting Jesus. On one hand, it's awaiting the birth of Christ, and we prepare 4 to 5 weeks in advance, 4 weeks in advance, the day Jesus comes again. We celebrate that on Christmas, which happened 2 days ago. But on the other hand, Advent is also about awaiting the day Jesus comes again. And that's where the idea of victory comes in, we're going to talk about today. One of my favorite Christian rappers, favorite artists, his name is Trip Lee. He's got a song called Sweet Victory.
And it's sweet, sweet, sweet victory, yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that special random surprise. And of course, Trip Lee's song might not be as famous as the wonderful SpongeBob Superdome. I think it's the Superdome, right? The scene where SpongeBob sings Sweet Victory, epic episode. But as awesome as that was, that song is nowhere near as powerful as the one that Trip Lee writes called Sweet Victory. Because Trip Lee's Sweet Victory is all about the victory that we find in Jesus. And I love a line in that song where Trip Lee says, "The victor ain't the one that's winning in the 7th inning. Trophies don't go to the one that got a good beginning." Now, it sounds funny when I said it talking like that. I'm no rapper. But said more simply, the victor isn't the team winning in the 7th inning. The team that wins is the one that gets the trophy, not the team that started off strong. And in the beginning of this, I said that I'm going to use an illustration that I'm not going to like to talk about. So here it goes. In the year 2004, arguably the greatest rivalry in all of sports history, the Red Sox and the Yankees were playing in the American League Championship Series. So it might as well have been the World Series because it's an amazing rivalry. It's the Championship Series. 2 awesome teams, great history there, and they were playing to make it to the World Series. And the Yankees got off to an awesome start, great start. They won the first 3 games with flying colors. They won the first one 10-7, then 3-1. In the third game, they won by a whopping 19-8. And in case you didn't know, winning a baseball game by 11 runs is absolutely insane in the game of baseball. So the Yankees off to a hot start. We're looking good. They're feeling great. They're probably like, oh, we got this in the bag. Let's rest and we'll win one of these next games and we'll just make it to the World Series. But if you think back to the line from Trip Lee's song, he said the victor isn't the one winning in the 7th inning. Or in this case, you have to win 4 games to make it to the World Series. The team that gets the trophy and gets to move on is the one that wins 4 games. Well, the Yankees hadn't made it there yet. And this is the part I don't like to talk about, because what went on to happen was the Red Sox won Game 4, they won Game 5, they won Game 6, they won Game 7. But the worst part about it, the twist of the knife on the wound, is that the Red Sox went on to win the World Series. So not only did the Yankees blow this huge lead, but I'm pretty sure it was the first time ever that a team in the ALCS, American League Championship Series, or in baseball in general, lost a 3-0 lead and ended up losing everything. And of course, the Red Sox went on to win it all. But how exactly does this connect to our lives and the idea of the victory we find in Jesus? And here's where the illustration gets even more painful for me as a Yankees fan. Because for the sake of this illustration, I have to make the good guys, or the Christians, the Red Sox, and the enemy or sin has to be the Yankees. All right, so you got me, you following me? So in our lives today, It's pretty clear. When you look around, you can turn your head left, look right, you can turn on the news for 20 seconds, scroll on social media for 20 seconds, and you're going to see a whole lot of sadness, a whole lot of pain, sin and evil anywhere you turn. It's all over the place, and it's pretty clear to see. Or you think about maybe situations in your own life, trials that you're going through, or things that have happened that seem impossible to overcome, or they're just really, really frustrating, and you're wondering, where is Jesus in this? Where is the victory? Maybe it's a divorce in the family, or the coronavirus impacted your family hard. Maybe it's financial struggles, a bad breakup, a fight with your friend, or the loss of a loved one. Any trial you can think of. And in those moments, or you look around the world, you just think, man, we can't seem to catch a break sometimes, or when are the good guys really going to start to win? And when are you going to see love and light prevail in this dark world? And you think back to the line from the song, or the idea of the Red Sox and the Yankees game, and you think it seems like the enemy's winning right now, right? I mean, you see sin, you see evil, and broken hearts, and tears, and pain, and suffering. And it might seem like there's no way to bounce back, or we're losing the battle. But I got good news, because the reality is that the battle has already been won. And that battle has been won by Jesus. We have sweet victory in Jesus right now. And it might not seem like that, again, because you look around and you see all the pain. But one of the verses we've gone back to many times this year has been John 16:33, where Jesus tells his disciples, hey, in this world, you're going to have troubles. Life's going to be hard, but take heart, because I have overcome the world. Jesus defeated sin and death when he took our place on the cross. He was crucified, he died, but where he really conquered was when he rose again. And he never died, and he rose to be with the Father, and he defeated sin and death so that we might have life in him, that we might find joy, hope, peace, all of those good things, and of course, that we can find victory in Jesus. And I told you the devotion again is going to be short, so my encouragement for you all this year is to consider an area in your life where you need victory. Where do you need victory? Are you struggling with a sin that you just can't seem to overcome? Or is there a situation in your family or your personal life where it's just you're waiting for the light at the end of the tunnel, and it seems like in that moment you can't find victory? So whatever it is for you, if it's a sin struggle or a life circumstance, my encouragement is that you would pray to God and ask for God to show you where you can find victory in there and where Jesus is present with you. To talk to God about these things and to bring them up to him and say, God, I need you. Where are you in this? But I trust you. And to talk to someone else about that and walk through these moments, these sin struggles or these circumstances, and look for victory on the other side. Because I promise you, if Jesus can defeat sin and death, if he can rise from the dead, then you better believe he can give you victory in your life. He can give you victory over the sin struggles you're going through. He can give you victory. He's with you in those moments, even when it feels like you're losing. There can be victory and peace, and you can feel God's love and presence in those moments. And then that pain isn't going to last forever. The pain might feel really real right now, but there's going to be joy in the morning, and Jesus is with you through all of that. And so again, my hope, my prayer for you all is that you would feel that victory of Jesus, that you would remember that, hey, Jesus died for you, that he loves you and he is with you always. And when he died and rose again, he defeated sin and death. That even if you look around the world and it seems like that's all you can see, that the reality is that has no power. And we read that in 1 Corinthians 15, verses 55 through 58. Paul writes, "Where, O death, is your victory? Where, O death, is your sting? The sting of death is sin, and the power of sin is the law. But thanks be to God. He gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. Therefore, my brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. Again, my prayer for you is that you would experience this victory, that you would experience this peace and walk faithfully with God. Stand firm because there is victory, and Jesus can help you overcome whatever you're going through, whether it's sin or a circumstance that you find yourself in. I love you all. I miss you. I hope that this is encouraging, and again, that you'd feel this peace, this victory this year and going into the new year. Have a great new year, and I'll see you in 2020.